It's Tuesday travel time, and this week we're keeping it close to home again and heading to the gorgeous Namibia, one of the world's least populated countries and described as one of the most beautiful. We welcome back into studio our travel expert, Colin. Good morning, sir. I can picture you imagining yourself back in the Namib Desert. This is a beautiful place, and I understand you've spent some time there. What is it about Namibia that captures the imagination?
It's just an extraordinary place. Well, first of all, the biggest advantage about Namibia, coming off yesterday's junk status, is that it's one-to-one with the rand. So your one rand buys one Namibian dollar. So on parity. So you can travel there at the same cost as it costs to travel in South Africa.
Wow.
So for South Africans, that's a huge boost.
Massive
right on our
incentive,
doorstep.
yeah.
And you've got this extraordinary country. It's a massive country. I mean, you talk about size. It's 50% bigger than Kenya, 50% bigger than Madagascar. Something like 3 times bigger than Germany, something like 6 or 7 times bigger than Greece, and 11 times bigger than Ireland. So you travel around this extraordinary country, you've got to have time. That's the one thing. That's the only thing. You don't have to have money because it's on parity to the
It's
rand.
all relative, yeah.
But you've got to have time. You know, if you start traveling, say, from Cape Town or Johannesburg, and you went all the way to Tosha and then back to, say, Swakopmund and back down again, you'd be traveling over 4,000 kilometers. So the key there is you've got to choose your areas, because if you only got a week, can you imagine traveling around Ireland for a week? Yeah. And this is 11 times bigger. I mean, you just can't do it. So a lot of guys try and drive, and they spend all their time in a vehicle. Go and choose your areas, go and pick the right spots, and then go and travel according to the amount of time you got.
Okay, well, I was going to say, isn't that the beauty of Namibia, though? The expanse, these beautiful night skies,
absolutely.
The desert. It is a unique destination.
No, but that's it. It's freedom, it's space. You know, they only got about, 2.5 million people in total, and most of those live in Windhoek, in Swakopmund, and you take out the cities, and you've got, you know, overall there's something like 3 people per kilometre, but you take the people out of the cities out of it, and you get nobody. You can travel along these country roads and not see a soul all day.
And looking at these tiny little pockets of green as well, it looks like everything is incredibly localized. What would you say is the best way to see Namibia? You mentioned getting into a car. Is that the way to do it? Well, take a road trip? How would you see Namibia?
Everybody's different, and the beauty of Namibia is something for everybody. So you can take your own car and drive. No problems at all.
Well, how are the roads added to that quickly?
Unbelievably good. Okay. I mean, it's an extraordinary country. They've maintained the infrastructure really well. They've got the Germanic attitude about making sure that everything's right. So you can take your own car, or you can fly to Windhoek. If you don't have the same amount of time, you can fly to Windhoek and pick up a car, or you can fly and fly. So you've got a bit of everything. So, you know, it depends on your budget, and it depends on your time.
And yeah, I'm seeing the hot air balloon with these unbelievable images juxtapositioned there. It looks incredible. Some travel tips. I know you've gone and experienced this place for yourself. What do we have to keep in mind when we go to Namibia?
Well, just go with an open mind. I think the key things is, well, you've got a very sensitive environment, and you've got a very sensitive culture. I think one of the problems, maybe South Africans treat this as their back door, and they go off-road in some areas which they shouldn't. Some roads, if you go off-road, those tracks will be there for 100 years. So I think the key is enjoy yourself, absolutely take in the space and the freedom, lap it up, sleep under the stars, but also respect local cultures. They've got something in Namibia which is unique. They've got these local communities which should now go out and protect wildlife. But they need revenue to encourage them to keep protecting the wildlife. I mean, you've got more black rhinos running free and wild without any protection in community areas in Namibia than anywhere else in the world, and they don't get poached. It's an extraordinary country because the local people view wildlife as their asset. So, you know, a lot of these guys have got their own campsites. It costs nothing to stay there, but try and use them.
And you're supporting the local economy in so doing. Ecotourism at its very best. Colin, thank you so much for sharing your passion, your love of travel. And here's the beautiful thing. If you aren't sitting with a massive amount of bank at the moment, we might just take you to Namibia on a luxury trip, guys.